Hey guys, Ernie here, and welcome to the Paleo Hiker MD channel. There are a lot of uses to propane in the world around us, and for the most part we have two ways to use it. Two simple ways to use it. We can use 20-pound propane tanks, or we can use the little 1-gallon tanks that we can hook up to portable heaters and things like that. What I've always hated about the little 1-gallon tanks is that once you use them, you just got to throw them away. You can't easily use them again, or recycle them, or refill them. Or can you? Mr. Heater has found a way to fix that. We're going to take a look at their system with a little 1-pound keg, which allows you to refill your little 1-gallon tanks, or at least their little 1-gallon tank, very easily at home. Stay tuned. We're going to check out this pretty cool product. This is what a little 1-gallon tank looks like from Walmart or wherever you can pick one up. We've all seen these. This is the Coleman brand. This one happens to be completely empty. You can buy these for about $4 or $5 at the Walmart. Usually they're about $5 for me. I exchanged my propane tanks, my 20-gallon propane tanks, for about $23 at my local Home Depot. I just take it in, exchange it out. Now, I probably could get a little cheaper if I took it somewhere for them to actually fill it, but I'm lazy like that. About $1.15 per gallon. So if there's a way that I could take that 20-gallon tank and put that propane into these little 1-gallon tanks, instead of spending $4 or $5, I'd spend about $1. Sounds like a pretty good deal. Can we do it? Okay, this is the Mr. Heater Fuel Keg refillable propane tank. This is the tank itself. Dimensions are 4.25 by 4.25 by 8. It weighs empty, which it is today, 1.5 pounds. It's made out of steel and brass. It holds 1 pound or 16 liquid ounces of propane. This keg itself costs $19. It takes 60 seconds to refill. I'll show you that here in a second. It is DOT certified for use 12 years from the date of purchase, so it should last a long, long time. Has overflow prevention and a visual indication for complete refill, which again, we will show here in just a little while. You're gonna wanna purchase the refill kit as well. Again, this was $19. Refill kit, we'll get it out of the box here. Show you, hold on one second. It comes with these 3 feet that you attach to the propane tank to invert it, show you that. Also comes with the refill valve, control valve here, you plug it in here. Show you guys all that again here in just a little bit. Costs $25. You can only use this with this fuel keg from Mr. Heater. When you open this up, you'll see not only the fill valve, but there's a small hole here, and that is the overflow prevention. You got this right here is the overflow prevention valve, and that is what makes it special and you being able to use it with this. Just to quickly kind of review how you use it, you're going to attach it here. In fact, you know what? Let's just take it outside. I'll show you guys how we do this. Okay, we've got our propane tank here. Going to be careful. First thing you want to do is make sure this thing is fully closed. Next thing you want to do is attach the refill valve to the tank. You want to just hand tighten this. Now you want this facing up because that's how you're going to connect your tank. So just hand tighten this. You don't want to go crazy, but you do want to tighten it nice and tight. After that, we're going to put our feet on. The feet attach just like this. You're going to do kind of a triangle here. I'll show you in a second what it looks like when I'm done. All right, there's your feet. Now we're going to invert it. Okay, now we're just going to carefully, this thing is full, so it's pretty heavy. All right, just like that, and there you go. Now once again, you want to make sure this is tight, so it's clockwise. And you're going to attach this, and there's a separate, there's 2 holes. There's the fill hole and then the overflow. And you want to just make sure that when you attach this, that overflow, hold on, let me pull this out just a little bit. There we go, give me some room. That overflow goes in both holes correctly. There it goes. Important, it says here, just to hand tighten. You do not want to over tighten it, just hand tighten it. Now we're going to open the big tank. So we've got the big tank open, and you want to just listen. I don't hear anything. I don't hear any leaks or anything. Now what we're going to do is we're going to push down on this lever. You can hear it. And we're going to open this overflow valve. We're going to do that by turning it counterclockwise. So we'll hold it down. You can hear it. And you're just going to wait now for the overflow. It's supposed to take about 60 seconds. What will happen is we'll start to see a gas. Right now it's just air. We're going to start to see the actual propane, liquid propane, which is really cold, flowing out. I can smell gas, and that's why you want to make sure you do this not around any open flames, outdoor, well ventilated, all those things. Sorry if it's loud. There it's starting. A little bit coming out. Close it, let it go. Now we're done. You can see how easy that was. Took I don't know how long. Next thing you want to do is close the main tank. We're going to do that. Nice and tight. And then we will remove the keg. And it is noticeably heavier, full of propane. That's how easy it is, guys. If you have more of these, you can just refill those, but pretty amazing, pretty cool how easy it is to refill this thing. You're all done. We can store this up. Now let's talk a little bit about this product. So that is how easy it is to use this particular product. A lot of the stoves that we use here on the channel, whether they be especially remote canister stoves, they frequently can be used with a propane adapter. So standard isobutane, you can just attach it to a propane adapter, and you can easily use it with one of these little 1-gallon tanks. This gives you a lot more fuel at a time than these smaller isobutane canisters, and way, way cheaper. You know, a medium-sized isobutane canister is probably $8, $9 a gallon. I mean, if you could fill up one of these 1-gallon tanks for $1, we're really starting to save some money on fuel. So once you spend $45 on this kit, you can start to refill your tanks for $1. At about $5 for your standard 1-gallon tank, you need about 9 of those to get to the point where you start to save money. So once you go through 9 1-gallon tanks, you'll start to save money, and you can start to fill them up for $1 each. You can save a good deal of money, and this is obviously a lot better on the environment because you're not throwing away these little tanks all the time. Once you have the refill kit, you can spend about another $20 for each of these little kegs, and you can have as many as you want, and you just have to get to the point where it starts to make sense for you financially. Now, if you rarely use these 1-gallon tanks, there's really no reason to do this. Just buy a couple of the small ones. You'll use them as needed. But if you go through them a lot, like I do, in the winter, sometimes we go traveling, we do whatever. I have the Mr. Buddy heater, and it uses 2 of these tanks. So I use these all the time, so it makes a lot of sense for me to have something like this. I'm going to pick up a second one soon so that I can use them both with that Mr. Buddy heater. Now I do have a adapter so I can hook up the 20-gallon tank straight to the heater, and I use that when I'm in the house, for example, but there's a lot of times you don't want to carry around a 20-gallon tank. So having these smaller 1-gallon tanks makes a lot of sense. So far, so good. I've used this several times now. The time that I actually filmed this was the first time that I had ever used this device. Watched some videos, did it. Very, very simple, which is pretty cool. Since then, I've probably refilled the little keg twice, maybe. Just a couple of small things that we use that little propane keg for. Works really, really well so far. So what do you guys think? Think this is a good product? Think this is something you would use? It's an investment. And again, it all comes down to what are you using the most? If you really use isobutane canisters for your stoves or whatever you're using gas for, there's no reason to do this. If you use these 1-gallon tanks frequently, it makes sense. Now, my question is, and I don't know because I haven't had this for very long, how long does this little keg work? I mean, can you refill it 50, 100, 150 times? Does it really start to work? Do any of you guys have experience utilizing this Mr. Heater keg for an extended period of time? Have you had any problems with it not sealing, it not refilling, whatever it might be? Let us know down in the comments below. One quick word about safety. You want to make sure, guys, when you're using gas like this or you're refilling anything, just be smart. Go outside, make sure it's a well ventilated area. Don't have any sources of open flame anywhere near you, because it can go bad pretty quickly. Now, this channel is just educating you guys. Your safety is your responsibility. Be smart. I recommend before you use this product to go to their website, watch their tutorial videos, learn everything about it, and make sure you do things very, very safely. Hope you guys enjoyed this product. I really, really do. I think it's something I'll use quite a bit. It's really simple. You have a little bit of an investment, but if you look long-term, it really can save you a lot of money. Make sure you check out this video along with a lot of other videos on my gear review playlist. I've got a bunch of videos on there. As always, guys, I appreciate you checking out the Paleo Hiker MD channel. Stay tuned for more videos soon.